everyone, it's the James and Greg Show.
And it's our recap for Amazing Race,
Oh,
week 3.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's a good one.
This was a very tense episode, I must say.
Right, and we find out someone's bipolar.
Oh, we do. You have a new nickname for her?
And we change one of the team's name to the Mean Boys.
Oh, yes.
Well, they're dicks,
AK.
so.
The dicks. Okay.
Hashtag
watch.
the dicks. Anyway,
Watch.
stick
Watch.
around. And you know, they started off in Brazil last week.
Yes, they did. São Paulo.
And they.
Is that how you say it?
I think so. Or Sao. Sure. There's no N though, so I'm not sure. And they had to fly all the way across to Tanzania. Tanzania. Yeah.
But
I want to say Tasmania, but that's not right.
It's Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Yeah, it's like.
It's on the east
Like,
coast
what
of
is
Africa.
that? I know it's Africa, and I know there's Africans there because I saw the beautiful people of Tanzania, but I always thought it was sort of like. There's something exotic about it that's not just African.
Isn't it like a huge trade center on the east coast of Africa?
I don't know. I bought tile from there, and it looked like Italian, beautiful, hand-painted tile. So that's why I was very confused by it.
They're known for craftsmanship.
Oh, okay.
I'll look it up. It'll be right here.
Okay.
So we were down to 10 teams, right?
Yes.
No?
Maybe.
We've lost 2, so 9 teams.
9 teams.
Right. And yeah, so the big tension at the beginning was that they didn't like the boys.
Oh, the boys were pretty
Dick.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay, Dick. Dicky. They were, well, one in particular was.
Right. Well, yeah, the one-legged guy, and I'm looking up his name right now.
Yeah, the one.
Redmond.
Redmond.
Matt's the snowboarder.
Why does he bark at people, and especially the weak little Asian boy? Because he like barked at him like to intimidate him, and it was like so weird.
Yeah, it's like, bully behavior.
It's bully behavior.
I can't believe you turned us. We're gonna beat you. Blah blah blah.
Now you're scared, aren't you? Are you scared?
No, I'm a jerk.
Yeah. Here's my lunch money. I'll just give it right over. God, I don't like him.
So what the deal was is there was 2 blind U-turns in this round.
Yes, the blind U-turns are my favorite because you don't know who did it on you.
You can screw your neighbor with it, right?
You could screw the pooch.
Yes.
Or whatever.
And what was odd in this one, I always thought the U-turns were after the detour.
Yes.
So you did one and then you raced
you
to the
found
map,
out?
and then you found out had to go back. This one it was before.
Yeah.
So they went in, got found out on the detour, and then they knew they had to do both tasks, which makes you do the task faster.
It does make you a task faster master.
Right.
So one of them was weaving baskets.
Right.
And who got in the detour?
Let's get to the detour. So U-turn. First team to get it was Seth and Olive, and that was the firefighter and policeman because they were
always
really
number
strong.
1.
And And,
she has a very thick neck. Did you notice that?
Oh, didn't have a neck really. She was like
no. She wore this little black
choker
lacy
thing?
yes, and it just accentuated how big her neck was. I think she probably does a lot of this kind of barbell stuff or something.
And then Venk and Ashton, they U-turned the asshole boys.
Oh yeah.
Right. So what they did, the U-turn, there was 2 of them. One was Build It, which was build a desk.
Yes, build a desk for kids in school in Tanzania.
And once you built it, you had to take it to the classroom and then learn some phrases.
Yeah, was it Swahili? Is that what they said? Oh shoot! I really thought it was
Tanzanian. Swahili?
Maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
And the other one was Weave It, where they had to weave 2 baskets.
Yes, out of Butterfly, this amazing man Butterfly, who would climb a tree with a rope and bare feet, and then do this booty move up on the rope and shake his booty and go like this, and I'm a butterfly, and then
drop
hi, butterfly,
and then drop the fronds, and that's what you have to do.
And you'd have to weave them.
Right.
Oh, butterfly. And that's what they use for recycling bags now because they're not allowed to have plastic on that island anymore.
That's right. And pretty much all the teams got there about the same time because they were all on the same flight.
Yes.
So most of them did the desk.
Yes, most of them did the desk because building it is much easier than weaving it.
Right.
Unless you're that one girl who weaves for a living and kind of went, I don't know how they're making this basket.
I know.
But did you see all the weaving she did?
Macrame.
Many weaving things.
I know, and she did the worst thing you do in the show.
Yes.
Is go into a task going, oh man, I'm going to ace this. I'm just like this. Because whenever the editors put that in, they're going to choke. And then
weaving.
Surprisingly, Shamir complained about having to put together stuff.
Well, he complained from the get-go, Greg. He's talked about from the very onset with the other two boys around how much his balls hurt. My balls hurt.
Balls.
And he had to tell the other boys how big his balls were, I guess.
Yeah, and then while putting the desk together, because you had to hammer little wooden pegs together, he caught a splinter.
Oh, the splinter. Ooh. And she, well, what did she say? She said, oh, you got a splinter. Suck it up, or something like that.
And then the camera panned over to one of the regular workers at the carpentry shop, and he's like...
It was funny.
And so Shamir whined through the whole thing.
Shamir, I feel so sorry for his partner.
I know. Oh, she has such a hard time. Sarah, right?
Yeah, Sarah. And she has such a big heart, and she really tries. And God, he really brings her down.
Right.
Because he's not even nice about getting a splinter. It's like more of a weird, complainy thing. I don't know what it is. I can't figure him out.
So anyway, basically people are getting out of doing the weaving and getting done with making the desk and learning it. The two teams that were U-turned.
Yep.
The cops came and did the desk first.
Yes.
And then went to do the weaving. And the mean boys
the dicks.
Did the weaving first and then went over to do the desk.
Yes.
Right? So they went over, finished the weaving, went over to the desk about the same time as the firefighter and the cop went and did the other one.
Exactly.
Actually, I think the cops got there first.
They did,
yeah.
but the desk seemed easier.
So the mean boys came back over. Shamir was still there.
Yes.
And Sarah. And come to find out, the mean boys blew right through it, got it done.
Both of them.
Yeah. And even beat Shamir and Sarah out of the detour.
Right.
So the way it came out of the detour was they left, and then Shamir and Sarah left, and then the cop and the fire person, Olive and whatever his name is, were still working on the basket.
Yes. And they had almost finished.
Right.
It seemed very close. So should we get right to the mat?
No, because the detour was right after that.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, and so the roadblock was after that.
What was the roadblock?
They had to go
shopping.
shopping.
The shopping where you had to kill a chicken.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So they had to get all these ingredients they didn't know what it was, spend money in amounts they weren't familiar with, because it didn't look like anyone exchanged their money for the currency.
No one had the currency. They had American money and someone had Brazilian money. Olive, right?
Right. And then they had to run and go through all the market, have enough money for all the ingredients.
With a list.
Bring it back to the one person that checked it, and then get the clue to go to the pit stop.
Right.
And some people got one person that helped them out. Some teams teamed up, bad idea, and did shopping and
together.
They kind of all ran out of money. Some people got hosed and were overcharged.
Right.
And
some people got super lucky and got a group of really nice Tazzy guys, cute Tazzy guys, to come all around them and do all the shopping for them.
Right.
I'll go get that for you. And the guy went to go get matches. He went to go get it, but he didn't know to kill the chicken.
Right.
That was the hard part.
Now, the one person we haven't talked about is Liz and Mike, because they're the people that keep doing well, but don't make much of an impression. Well, Mike is a butcher.
Oh, that's right.
So he was familiar with all this. He knew what the terminology was for the chicken, that it had to be killed. So he kind of cruised through it.
He really did.
And I'm beginning to like them more, but I still don't feel like they get a lot of screen time.
No, they don't, but they will eventually. Oh, the sun has come out. I'm noticing how good it feels. Ooh, that feels good.
So,
sorry about that, yo.
And I think Sarah's the one that had to go and renegotiate to get money back.
She did. No, Olive did.
Really?
Oh, yes, Sarah did.
Yeah,
Sarah
I thought
did.
it was Sarah too.
Yes, it was Sarah, and she did a great job at it.
Yeah, she got 10,000, whatever the denomination is, back.
She got some money back so they could take a cab.
Right.
Because that's what they needed money to get to the final.
And didn't they get hosed because Shamir gave too much money to the cab?
Yes.
Awesome partner.
You're great, Shamir.
So we're running to the pit stop. Matt and Liz make it first.
Yes.
Again, second one in a row.
Yep, they were great.
And then it was followed by Tara and Joy, and then Ashton and Vank came in third. Him and his little compass.
Oh yeah. You enjoy the nerdy boy, don't you?
He's funny.
He is funny, and she could be like an ice princess when she needs to be.
And he really stepped up.
Yes.
He really did.
No, he really did.
And then
he built that desk quickly with her.
Right. And then Matt and Raymond checked in, and right after that was Floyd and Becca.
Yes.
But
Floyd and Becca, our favorite, because they're the happy meter couple. Well, not our favorite. Maybe mine.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun.
I
They're
like
super
it.
fun. Okay, so I've never seen. Phil had just said you'll never see a smile like this big on camera, and she smiles real big, and then he's like, "But where's your passports?"
Yeah. So we came back from commercial break after they checked in, and come to find out, Vank had lost his passport.
Yes,
And
and
holy crap, bipolar Becca came out.
oh God, she grabbed him in the hallway on the stairwell and went like this. I'm gonna have to punch you in the nose or something like that. I was
Holy
like,
crap.
oh, she needs that $1 million right away.
Yeah, so I think bipolar Becca is my next
Actually,
name for her.
$500,000.
Right. But yeah, she freaked out.
She did bipolar Becca.
It was, because it's like, turn the switch and
They were
an
like-
evil person came out.
Don't mess up.
So the other teams were racing to the pit stop. They went downstairs, they got a phone and somehow called their cab that they had.
Right. Which because they got his card. I saw that in
that's
the
what it was,
editing.
yeah.
They got because like they kept calling him by his name like Ashmir or something like Ashmir. We'll see you another time.
Good enough for us, always get a card of the cab driver when we're on
Yeah.
the race.
Very smart when we're in the
And
race.
so he came back, came up to the counter, got him, and they were able to check in
Just in time.
just in time. And so who was last to the map?
Oh, this was sad
I
for
know.
me. It was Olive.
Right. Olive and Seth, very
Seth
strong
and
team.
Olive. Yes, they look good together. They're not mean.
Right.
They would have like teamed up on the bad boys. What are we calling them? The dicks.
Yeah, Mean Boys.
Oh, the mean boy dicks. So they would have like, you know.
Right. And they almost made it because Becca and whatever,
Yeah, bipolar Becca. And
bipolar Becca and her teammate, they're the ones that came in next to last by the
because
time
of
they
the
got their
passport.
passport.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was close on that.
That's so lucky they found that.
Yes.
I'm happy they made it though.
Because you're out of the race, you're eliminated if you don't have your passport.
Right, because you can't go to the next country.
So-
you kind of get stuck in Tanzania.
So we're sorry that the cop and the fire lady got
Yeah,
Done.
but I'm excited because that was a high tension episode. If you
It
didn't
was.
watch it, I would watch it. So
yeah, it's getting better. I still don't feel like I have that much of a connection, as you can tell, with the.
with the people because you don't know their names very well.
And they're still
neither do
working
I.
out their relationship, so it's hard
Right.
for me to
So,
really kind of.
Yeah, I get that. I kind of wish they already had established relationships and they could already start going after other teams. Like that part I like. I don't like it, but I like it.
Right. I mean, even the last time they did this on the blind date one, where half the teams were a couple and half the teams weren't.
Right.
At least I had those touchstones of the couples that were together.
Yeah, that were like, oh, they're fighting because they're kind of like falling for each other.
Right. And I remember, if I remember right, the final three were the non-couples.
Right.
All the couple teams lost.
That's right.
So
Well,
anyway,
so
stay in for
anyway,
next week. It's
Watch
awesome.
next week.
And,
We will.
And we'll have a recap for you.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching. Bye.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the James and Greg Show.
Hope you liked this episode.
Yes.
If you did, you know what we need you to do?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes.
What do they need you to do?
They need to subscribe.
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 Subscribe. And also, we have other episodes here you might like. We do recaps of The Amazing Race
Yes.
and
And
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
So, thanks again for watching. We'll see you around. Subscribe.